See, on my journey to full-time entrepreneurship, on a few separate occasions, I've learned that with these dishonest gay people, majority of the opportunities are contingent on something sexual. Like, if you don't do something sexual, you don't get the opportunity. Even when I was in California, um, we had talked about doing something that I shouldn't speak about on the internet. So we talked about doing something, which is a means to make money, and maybe it's frowned upon because I don't like using words like illegal. So maybe we talked about doing something that was frowned upon, to make money. And I'm like, cool, I'm with it. That's up my alley. So, you know what I'm saying? We had that conversation about that. And then as I'm sitting there, um, we had the conversation. I ain't think much of it after that. So then we leave the conversation alone. I come back. Then they try to force me into a sexual setting, and then I went nuts on their stupid ass. But it's like, what the fuck would make you think that shit was cool? That's the shit that pissed me off. Why would you think that shit cool to do? And then why would you think that shit cool to do without asking me? Just trying to force me into some shit without asking me, and shit got ugly for the motherfuckers. And they ain't called the police on me or nothing, but yeah, I turned up, and I ain't been that angry in a long time. And they was scared and shit, but it's like, what would make you think that shit was cool though? And that's the thing that pissed me off about people is, I'm wrong for turning up and showing you that you pissed me off and that you almost got yourself killed for it, but you're not wrong for putting me in a position to feel like that's the way I gotta react. Ain't nobody, we didn't talk about, I thought once we talked about what we talked about, that was it. And we was just gonna bust the move and get on, you know what I'm saying, with the move. No, it was like, it was contingent on something sexual. So they tried to force me into a sexual situation, and that shit got ugly for them. And motherfuckers was all scared because of the way I reacted, when it's like, shit, you ain't had no business playing with me like that. And it's like, I didn't know that that's what I was walking into. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was going there, and he was talking about, they was talking about investing in me and investing in what I got going on. So I'm thinking I'm going there, get an opportunity, cool. We finna do this shit, man. Oh, that shit was off the floor when I didn't do that shit. Then shit just started going downhill, and I just started noticing little shit, like packages coming up missing and all weird shit just started happening that I feel like they had a hand in because I didn't do something sexual with them. So it's like, man, this shit get wicked when people only want what they want from you. It get wicked the things they're willing to do when they can't get it from you. And when they only want something sexual from you, man, if you don't do that shit, and I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm saying you're gonna have to deal with what they do when you don't do it. And that has been my experience with this entrepreneurship shit. Like, people who are in a position, or people who have some sort of resources, when it comes to these gay people, it's all contingent on a sexual, something sexual for them to extend the olive branch. And if you don't, they don't fuck with you. I said what I said. It's also a shit.